watch the recording. Okay, so please send it to me, and very good. Okay, so good job. So Emma, the llama, Cynthia, good job. Violet, not bad. Serena, not bad. Okay, everybody, today we're going to learn a new thing. The chapter is called Distance, Speed, and Time. Okay, I know all of you should be learning this one before, okay? So this is a very, very important and very popular way of, it's a very, very popular mathematical questions, okay? So first of all, I want to ask Serena, what is speed mean? Speed equals what? What does it speed mean?
Like the definition?
Mm-hmm.
Like how fast something is?
Yeah, but in of what? In a specific period of time. Okay, so for instance, we could say Serena could run 100 meters in 1 minute. And we can also say Serena's hourly speed is 60,000 meters. Correct? But Serena will say, okay, it is easy for me to run 1 minute in 100 meters, but 我有可能怎么样？跑得越来越累了，就达不到这个速度了，对不对？ But when we are calculate the questions, okay, everybody, Violet, Sincere, think about it, okay? When we're doing the math question, we just assume Serena will never get tired. Okay, Serena can keep running forever. Understand, Serena? Okay, so now if we have the speed, there's a very important thing is having time. Okay, so if we say Serena's speed is 100 meters per minute, and Serena has run it for 30 minutes. So how do we find out what is the distance that Serena has finished? Is 100 times 30 equals 3,000 meters, right? The reason we can directly times, everybody take a look, okay, is because the speed is 100 meters per minute. Okay, so if I'm telling you Serena's speed is 6,000 meters per hour, and Serena has to 30 minutes, can we just directly doing 6,000 times 30 minutes? No. Why? Because this is hour, this is minute, okay? So girls, when we are doing the distance and time questions, it is very important you notice the unit. Remember, I have told you, Violet, right? So unit is very important for every single math questions, right, Emma? Okay, so if you understand this one, so we're going to move forward. So the distance is equals to what? Speed times time. Okay, so it is always like that. So that's why speed equals distance divided by time, and time equals distance divided by speed. Okay, everybody, please write this one on your notebook. Okay, so okay, everybody, did you finished? Okay, so when you finished, I'm going to tell you another thing, okay? We haven't learned it before, okay? So it is very easy, Emma, to find out the speed, right? So for instance, Emma finished. 哎呀，Emma 今天怎么这么漂亮？Emma, did you do something? Okay, so my question is, for instance, Emma has finished 1,000 meters in 5 minutes. Okay, so for this 1,000 meters is a distance, right? and 5 minutes is the time. So based on that, we can find out what? Speed, because speed equals distance divided by time. So Emma's speed is 1,000 divided by 5 equals 200, everybody, meters per minute. Okay, we have to have this one. You have to have this one or else it's not right. Okay, so this is pretty easy, right? So now I want to ask you a very simple question, okay? So if there's a line, okay? So this is A to B, okay? So this is a distance, okay? So Violet, I'm not sure what are you looking at? Yeah, okay? Yeah, I know you're not looking at me, okay? So let's take a look at this one. So like I said, we're having a Zoom class, okay? So of course I cannot stand in front of you, but if you're doing something sneaky, 老师还是知道的啊. Okay, so from A to B, there's some distance, right, Xinxin? But we don't know that, okay? I only know Violet could finish this distance within 2 hours, okay? And you, Xinxin, can finish within 3 hours. Okay, so first of all, I want to ask Cynthia, who is faster, Violet or Xinxin?
Violet.
Very good. Okay, so now, Serena, I want to ask you another question. Okay, if I told you A to B is 12 kilometers, okay, so it is very easy. So Violet's speed is 12 divided by 2 equals 6 kilometers per hour. And Xinxin's speed is 12 divided by 3 equals 4 kilometers per hour. Okay, so this is very easy. But I don't know what is distance. Okay, can you tell me the speed of Violet and Xinxin with another way? Okay, everybody, I'm going to teach you this one, okay? So we can think about the AB distance as a total thing as whole one. What does one mean? That means we just think this as a one unit, okay? Of course, you can just take the speed as X kilometers, but I'm going to show you this is actually the same as one, okay? So if it is just a one AB, A to B, so what is the speed to Violet? Every single 1 hour, Violet finish half of the distance of AB. Don't you get it, everybody? Okay, because if I take the AB distance as a whole thing, Violet finished it in 2 hours. So every hour, Violet finished 1/2. So Xinxin, can you tell me for every 1 hour, how much you finished for the total distance?
1/3 of
Very
one.
good. 1/3, 1/3. Very good. Okay, so now my question is, if Violet is going through from here and Xinxin is going from B to A, and how many hours later they're going to meet each other? So if the question is like that, okay, so we know the Violet speed is 6 and Xinxin speed is 4. So the distance, for instance, we say is 20. So very easy, 20 divided by 6 plus 4 equals 2 hours later, they're going to meet each other. Correct, everybody? Correct? But for this question, we don't know that, right? We don't know that. I don't know how many hours later, like Xinxin and Violet is going to meet each other. But I know each of the 1 hour, Violet finished 1/2 and Xinxin finished 1/3. So can you tell me if they go together, like towards each other for 1 hour, they can finish how much? Is it 1/2 plus 1/3? Emma? Oh, sorry, this one's wrong. It's 12. Sorry. Thank you. It's 12/10. Thank you.
I was very confused. Where did
Thank
you
you. Thank you, Emma. Yeah. I want to write 12, but I write it 20, you know. Okay. So the 6/5 hour. Yeah, thank you, Emma. So for 1 hour, Violet finished 1/2 and Xinxin finished 1/3. So for 1 hour, every 1 hour, they could finish what? 5/6, right? And we know the total distance of this A to B is 1. So 1 divided by 5 over 6 equals what? 6 over 5 hours. Get it? Okay. So everybody, I want to tell you a secret, okay? When you are doing question like that, for instance, the total distance is not being told. You can always do what, everybody? Find out the lowest common multiple for these two numbers and make we can just make the distance as 6 or 12 or 18 or 24. Understand? Okay, but we have to make the lowest common multiple for 2 and 3. So, Serena, what is the lowest common multiple of 2 and 3?
6.
Very good. So, if the distance, we can say if it is 6, so Violet, for every single hour, she having 6 kilometers per hour, and the Xinxin is 2 kilometers per hour. Correct, everybody? Okay, so we're still doing the same thing.
3 kilometers.
Divided by 3 plus 2. So the answer is 6 divided by 5 hours. So still the same thing. Get it? Okay, so the distance doesn't really matter to this question. Get it, everybody? For that one, you can just make one, because no matter you take 6, you take 12, you take 18, you take 24, the answer will be always the same. Okay, Violet, what is your question?
You said I'll do 6 kilometers per hour, but you wrote 3 kilometers per hour.
Yeah, because that's your speed. That is your time. So from A to B, it's 6 kilometers distance, I assume, and takes you 2 hours to finish the whole distance. So that's why 6 divided by 2 equals 3 kilometers per hour. This is your speed. Get it? Okay, so I'm using the total distance divide the sum of you and Xinxin's speed, and that is the time that when you can catch each other. Get it, everybody? Okay, so when we're doing distance questions, there's always some questions like that. Okay, everybody? So for instance, we have a question like you go from here and Violet go from here. So they meet each other, right? So this is a question, some kind of question like that. And there's always another kind of question is what? It's like Emma is here, okay? And Cynthia is actually starting here. Why? Because Cynthia is start 2 hours earlier than Emma. Okay, so Cynthia is going this way and Emma is going this way. But the good thing is Emma is faster, walk faster than Cynthia. So finally, Emma will catch up Cynthia. Okay, so we're going to learn some questions like that right now. So that is a moment. So that is a moment they know they meet each other. So when we're doing those kind of questions, is the distance divided by speed A plus speed B. Correct? Okay, equals the time they meet. Understand, Violet? Okay, so now let's take a look at this one, okay? So for instance, the speed of Emma is 20 kilometers per hour. 哎呀，我们这种小朋友都是身上装了马达的啊。So let's take a look at Cynthia's speed is 15 kilometers per hour. Okay, so let's just say that. Okay, but the thing is, Cynthia started like 1 hour earlier than Emma. So that means Emma 开始走的时候 Cynthia 已经走了1个小时了. So could you please tell me what is the distance of this one, everybody? So this is what? The blue part is the distance that Cynthia did before Emma, right? So since Cynthia did earlier, 1 hour than earlier, one hour than Emma, and Cynthia's speed is 15 kilometers per hour. So Emma, can you tell me what is the distance of the blue one?
$15 kilometers.
Very good, because it's 15 kilometers per hour times 1 hour equals 15 kilometers. Okay, 好. So now, starting now, Emma starting to walk and Cynthia starting to walk. Okay, so now let me ask you. So the green part is Cynthia and Emma start to walk together. Correct, everybody? Okay, so let me ask Cynthia a very simple question. So for this thing, so starting Emma starting to walk and you starting to walk, and is it both of you, the distance is same or not the same?
Not the same.
Very good, not the same. Okay, so the speed of you two are the same or not the same? Cynthia, straight you.
Same.
Huh? Speed of Cynthia and Emma is the same or not the same?
Not the same.
Not the same, but there's a one thing they're the same. Can you tell me? From here to here. Distance is not the same, speed is not the same. So what is the left? What is the one variable which is being left over? We didn't mention it.
Time.
Very good, because Emma starting to walk and Cynthia starting to walk. Get it? So there's only one thing, Serena. There's both the same. What is that? Time. Okay. So if we say they're going to meet each other after X hours, so who can tell me this pink distance? Can you give me an equation to tell me how to describe this pink part? The speed is 15 hours per hour. And I said X hours later, they're going to meet each other. So this X part, sorry, this pink part is a 15X. Don't you agree with me, Serena? Okay, so can you tell me, Serena, can you tell me the black part using an equation to tell me, like something like that? So how much is it, what is the distance does Emma finish during this X hours?
20x.
Very good. Okay, so everybody, I want you to take a look at this one, okay? So Emma, 20x is equals the whole entire black part, okay? Cynthia's 15x is the pink part. And this blue part is 15. So can you just give me an equation, everybody? Is it 20x equals what? 15 plus 15x. Is it true? This one is 20x. This is 15x. This is 15. So we have equation 5x equals 15. So x equals what? X equals 3. So 3 hours later, they're going to meet each other. Okay, so that is the one like we're using the algebra way. Okay, but there's another way of doing that. Okay, so that one maybe you like, all of you like better. So Cynthia's speed is 15 kilometers per hour. Emma's speed is 20 kilometers per hour. Okay, if Emma 和 Cynthia 一起走，那 Emma 肯定在 Cynthia 前面，对不对？ But why Emma is behind Cynthia is because Cynthia having 15 kilometers ahead of Emma. Don't you agree with me, everybody? Okay, so in order to make Emma catch up with Cynthia, Emma is actually only need to catch up with what? This 15 kilometers. Correct? And I want to ask you, for every 1 hour, Emma can catch up with Cynthia by how many kilometers? Emma's speed is 20 and Cynthia's speed is 15. Because when Emma's walking, Cynthia's always walking as well. So every single hour, Emma can only catch up with Cynthia with 5 kilometers per hour. Understand? 对不对？啊，每一个小时 Emma 只能抓住 Cynthia by 5 kilometers。那她一共要赶她15 kilometers。那一共多少时间赶完啊？15 divided by 5 equals 3 hours. Get it, everybody? So both way, it doesn't matter which one you do it, okay? But the thing is, I want you to realize, like when we're doing the distance and speed calculation or like word problems, it is very, very useful for you to write or 做一个这样的图. It is very important. Understand? Okay, so now I'm going to move forward, okay, to the other one is, so this time it's still like you you pointing with each other. Okay, so how about like that? I just to give you a sample questions. Okay, so 2 sample questions. Okay, so here is Carrie, and here is Cynthia. Okay, so Carrie is going with 20 kilometers per hour, and Cynthia is going there by 30 kilometers per hour. Okay, and the distance between A to B is 600 kilometers. Okay, after how many hours Carrie and Cynthia meet each other? Okay, so that's the first question. Second question is, Xinxin can finish from A to B by 10 minutes. Okay, so Xinxin can finish with 10 minutes, okay? And Violet can finish within 20 minutes, okay, from A to B. Okay, so my question is, if Xinxin and Violet is going through each other, like going ahead, like towards each other, how many minutes later they're gonna meet? Okay, 先做2道题目。Understand everybody? 听不懂吗？ OK。OK， 做好的小朋友发给我啊，应该很快，这个很简单啊。OK, good job. So the first one is just a 600 divided by 50, so equals 12 a minute. Okay, very good. Okay, 12 hours a minute, minute, yeah, should be minute. Okay, so the next one is 1 over 10 plus 1 over 20 equals 3 over 20. Get it, everybody? Okay, so the speed of Xinxin is 1 over 10. The speed of Violet is 1 over 20. So plus together equals 3 over 20. So what is the final time they need is 20 over 3. So equals 6 and 2 over 3 minutes. Understand, everybody? Okay, so now we're moving forward to the last one. Sorry, not last one, okay? So the question like that, okay? So we have a distance from A to B, okay? And Serena, with the speed of 60 kilometers per hour, and Emma, with the speed of 40 kilometers per hour. And Emma is going this way, and Serena is going this way. And how do we find out? Okay, so Emma is 1.5 hours ahead of Serena. Okay, So Emma was like early start for 1.5 hours. And let me ask you, how many hours later then they're gonna meet each other? Okay, everybody, take a look at this question, okay?老师去倒一下水啊。Okay, Emma, the lemma has finished. And good job, you get it right, Emma.只有 Emma 一个人做出来。我们看看这道题目。So you think about it. Emma started 1.5 hours ahead of Serena. So Serena, during this 1.5 hours, you have behind Emma for how many kilometers?
60 kilometers.
Very good. Okay, so in order to catch up Emma, actually you just only need to catch up this 60 kilometers. Understand, everybody? Okay, so understand, Serena? Because you started and you want to catch up. 你是不是要追上她？是不是就要追这个60公里啊？对不对？好，那我问你，每一个 every hour you could catch up with her for how much kilometers?
20.
Yeah, because it's 60 minus 40 equals 20 kilometers, right? So that is a per hour you can catch up with her for 20. And in the total, you need to catch up her with 60. So 60 divided by 20 equals what? 3 hours. Okay, and there's another way, of course, is I don't know it takes how long for you to catch up Emma, But I know when you catch up, the distance you walk total is 60x, right? I just said x hours. You're going to catch up with Emma. And also, Emma, starting from here, and she is what? Is 40x. So 60x equals what? Equals 60 plus 40x. So 20x equals 60, so x equals 3. Get it? We're using two ways of doing that. Emma, good job. 你对的。欣欣现在懂了吗？ Serena, do you understand?
I don't get how you know that. Like I know that the place that right over. Wait, give me a sec.
Mm-hmm.
This part
Which part?
is
Yeah.
you can see, is 60 kilometers.
Mm-hmm.
But why does that mean that she needs to I need to catch up 60? Because if when I walk 60,
Mm-hmm.
Emma also walks 40.
Yeah, so that's why every single hour you catch up her with 20. But the total distance she's ahead of you is 60 kilometers. 你在这里出发，对不对？你从 A 出发，但是 Emma 不是从 A 出发的 ，Emma 是从这里出发的，因为她比你早走了1个半小时。So she is started early. So that's why. 你如果她跟你是同时走的，你早就抓住她了。Get it? It's because she's ahead of you, and she is ahead of you by 60 kilometers. So in order to catch up with her, you need to catch up with her by this 60 kilometers. That's the total distance you need to catch up with her.
Okay, I got
Yeah,
it.
you got it? Okay, so Violet, do you have a question? Cynthia? Xin? No? No, I didn't hear you, and I didn't catch your. Okay, so now let's take a look at this one, okay? So there's always something like what? There's another way of catching up, okay? So for instance, this time Emma and Serena is doing the same thing together, okay? So Emma is not going to be start ahead, but Emma is a pink color. So Serena's speed is 40 kilometers per hour, and Emma's speed is 60 kilometers per hour. So let me ask you a very simple question, okay? So this is A, this is B. So who is going to arrive early, Emma or Serena?
Emma.
Very good. Emma will be the one who go there first, right? Because Serena is slower, so that's why Serena will be somewhere like that, okay? But everybody, Emma is not stopped, okay? When Emma arrived at B, she turned around and meet Serena somewhere between A and B, okay? So I know the distance from A to B is 120 kilometers. I just to make it easier for you to calculate, okay? So my question is, when does Emma and Serena meet each other, what is the distance from B? Okay, so this question is totally different, okay? So, but because I already helped you, I do the graphing for you, okay? Emma 和 Serena 同时从 A 出发，对不对？ They start from A and then go to the B. And because Emma's speed is quicker than Serena, and Emma arrived at B earlier, and while Serena is still on the way from A to B. And when Emma arrived at B, she immediately turned around and go back to A, and she meets Serena somewhere between A and B here. Okay, so let me ask you a very simple question, Cynthia. You take a look at this one. Emma 呢走了 A 到 B 120加一点点，对不对？ Serena 呢是不是走了120减一点点？ Correct, everybody? Okay, so Serena and Emma plus together, how many kilometers did they finish all together? The pink one is Emma finished. The green one is Serena finished. And I want to ask you, how many kilometers did they finish together? Say it loud. 说出来没关系，星星说出来。Very good, 星星 good job. 240, correct, Cynthia? I heard you say it, right? Because 你看 Emma 是120加一点点 Emma 对不对 ？Serena 是120减一点，但你们加起来是不是240公里？对不对 ？Okay, very good. So do we know the total distance, right? Remember when we calculate 两个人相遇，你们记得 distance divided by the sum of the speed，记不记得 ？Plus speed A plus speed B，在前面我们学过的，看好，还好老师现在都不擦掉，嘿嘿，那在这里看到没有 ？When we do meet questions, it's always like that，对不对 ？Get it? Okay, so if it is like that, so we can use 240 divided by 60 plus 40, so equals what? 哦，不好，我应该100，对不对？100更好，对吧？100 calculation 更简单，100啊。So 200 divided by 100 equals 2 hours. So that means what? It's the meet time. So that means 2 hours later, Emma and Serena will meet each other. So everybody, I can calculate Serena's first. So 2 hours, Serena finished how many kilometers together, Violet? Violet 眼睛又在看哪里啊？下面的东西好拿掉了 ，Violet。今天妈妈又来找我了啊！今天作业又不会做啊，对不对？一直眼睛在看下面，下面的东西自己拿掉，好不好？老师不说你了啊，提醒第2次了，没有第3次。Okay, Serena, let me ask you. 你的 speed 是 every 40 kilometers per hour, and you have spent 2 hours in order to meet Emma. So what is the distance total here?
80 kilometers.
Very good, 80 kilometers. So the question is, what is the distance here? Very easy, 100 minus 80 equals 20. Okay, and we can use Emma's as well. So Emma, the llama, can you tell me, in 2 hours, how many kilometers did you finish? Emma, you didn't turn on your mic. Emma. Emma, 我在叫你呢。
Oh, I said it, but my mic was muted. Whoops.
Yeah.
I said I'd finish 120 kilometers.
How did you get 120?
60 times 2.
Very good. 6 times 2. Okay, so 6 times 2, 120. Emma, 是不是所有的这个粉红色的部分啊？对不对？ So we know for the whole distance from A to B is 100. So 120 minus 100 also equals 20 kilometers. Get it, everybody? Okay, so this is very easy, but I'm going to tell you the algebra way as well, okay? So we're going to assume that this is X kilometers, directly using that one. Because the question asks you, when they meet, what is the distance when they apart from B? So I just say this is X kilometers. So 80 plus X equals what? Equals 100. Oh, sorry, this 80, we don't know that. What I'm doing? 太简单了, okay? So we don't know that 80, right? So how do we find out? So the thing is, we need to find out if this is X, okay? So 100 minus X is exactly Serena, the distance Serena finished, correct? Okay, correct, everybody? So I'm going to divide it by 40. So that means what? So I want to ask you a question. The distance divided by Serena's speed equals what? Violet? Oh, come on. I get exhausted, okay? So just to turn on the mic. I don't want to do that. Okay, everybody turn on the mic right now. Every single one. Serena, you didn't turn it on. Yeah, thank you. Violet, can you tell me 100 minus x divided by 40 equals what? So I'm going to explain with you, okay? So 100 minus x equals the distance Serena finished when they meet. And 40 is the Serena's speed. So distance divided by speed equals what?
Equals time.
Very good. The time Serena spent when they meet each other, correct? Okay, so now I want to ask you, who can give me the equation that Emma spent when they meet? It's still distance divided by speed. 萱萱.
100 plus x
Mhm.
divided by 60.
Very good. 100 plus x is the total distance Emma finished, the pink one, and 60 is Emma's speed. So is the time equals each other or no? They equals to each other because Emma and Serena start at the same time and they meet, then they stop. Understand? Okay, so we have an equation like 100 minus x over 40 equals 100 plus x over 60. So we can just cross times them. So 6,000 minus 60x equals 4,000 plus 40x. So 2,000 equals 100x, x equals 20. So we have the same x. Get it, everybody? Okay, so this is the thing. When you are in grade 8, okay, the hardest part when there are a lot of students starting to feel like very complicated. Okay, and that is a part that you need to understand. Of course, you can using these ways. So this is what? This is primary school way, and those are what? Those are higher school, like high school method. Okay, though I know it sounds like using the primary school method is better than the high school method, but the thing is, high school method is going to help you to solve something even harder. Okay, so now I hope you understand this question. Everybody, do you want to take a look again? Okay, if you're good, we're moving forward. Okay.
Wait, Harry.
Mhm.
Harry, can you like re-explain
Mhm.
this part?
Yeah.
Because I'm a little confused about
Oh,
it.
it's because when you have, no problem, I can do that, okay? When you have 100 over x, so we have this equation, all of you understand, right? Okay, so when you have an equation like that, we cross times, okay? So using 100 minus x times 60. Okay, so 100 minus x times 60, so it's 100 times 60 equals 6,000, and x times 60 equals 60x. Okay, so the other side is 40 times 100 plus x is 40 times 100 equals 4,000, and 40 times x equals 40x. So we move here. So 6,000 minus 4,000 equals 2,000, and this negative 60x, move it there, will be 40x plus 60x equals 100x. So 2,000 equals 100x, x equals 2,000 divided by 100 equals 20.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
understand. Very good. Okay, if anybody, you have any questions, you can just stop me and I can explain. Okay, so don't hesitate or just say, oh, it's so shy. It's not shame that you asking questions, but it's shame like you pretend you understand, but you're actually not. Okay, everybody. So let's take a look at next one, okay? So I'm going to give you a question like that. Okay, so the distance from A to B is 600 kilometers, okay? So Emma, sorry, we don't make Emma walking anymore. Like Emma and Serena is very, very tired. We make Violet and Shinshin walk. OK， 下一次让那个 Cynthia 和我 walk， 好吧 ？Cynthia， 下一次我跟你 walk 啊，因为那个 Emma 和Serena 已经 walk 了好几次了，对吧？OK，Violet 的 speed 呢是120 kilometers per hour。And Shinshin's is 180 kilometers per hour. OK， 你们两个人肯定都是开飞机的 ，OK， 都是开着飞机走的啊，那么快，对不对？180很快了，对不对 ？OK， 好。I think Shinshin will be quicker, right? So when Shinshin arrived B, and Shinshin will come back to A, okay, and they meet somewhere between A and B. I want to know when they meet, what is the distance between A and the meeting point? Okay, I'm not going to help you do the graphing and everything. You do it yourself.
Wait, Carrie, what was your question again?
Okay, so everybody, let's take a look at this one. So Emma, you asked me, what is the question? So when they meet, my questions, when Violet meet Shinshin, the distance between A and meet point. OK， 一定要把图画出来啊，图画不出来不行的啊。
Okay.
OK， 有没有小朋友画出来？先把图画出来啊。先看星星，你要把自己你走了多少路画出来。OK， 不用 very precisely, Serena. OK，everybody，、Violet 画了多少，走了多少路，星星走了多少路，先画出来，画出来就比较好做。 Okay. Yeah, from point A. We want to find out. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. So how do we do it? Okay, so first of all, everybody, you need to have a different color of pen. So that will be helpful. Okay, so because Shinshin is doing faster, so I know when Shinshin arrives B, she's going back to A. Get it, everybody? And the pink one is Violet's thing. And they meet at this point. Get it, everybody? So this is how we solve those problems, okay? So first of all, I want to ask Violet and Shinshin because you two are walking. So what is the total distance you two are working?
600 kilometers.
600 kilometers. 1 second, somebody's knocking the door. Okay, everybody, think about it, okay? So we have two distance. So the total distance from A to B is 600. So Shinshin, what is the total distance you and Violet finished during this traveling time?
I finished 600 plus
Something? And
at
Violet
some-
finished 600 minus something, right? So what is
Yeah.
the total distance? Is 1,200 kilometers. Correct, everybody? Right? Okay, so now I am asking you. So Shinshin is having this. So altogether is 1,200. And we know Violet's speed is 120. And Shinshin's speed is 180. So for every hour, the total distance, every hour, they could have, per hour, they could finish what? 120 plus 180 equals 300 kilometers per hour. Correct? Goody, no? Goody? Get it, everybody? Okay, so that means in 1,200 kilometers total, and every single hour, both of you finish 300. So that means 4 hours later, you're going to meet each other. Get it? Okay, so for Violet, 4 times 120 equals 480 kilometers. And for Shinshin, is 180 times 4 equals 720 kilometers. 那星星的720是什么？就这个绿的，对不对？ So equals what? Equals 600 kilometers and plus the thing. Okay, but the question is asking you, what is the distance between A and the meeting point? So is exactly asking what? How many kilometers does Violet finish when they meet? So the answer is 480 kilometers. And good job, Emma. You get it right. Okay, so this is the way we're using the primary school. Like we try to understand the question, but the thing is we can always what? We can always just calculate in a what? In a algebra way. So because the question is asking you the distance between A and the meeting point, so it's basically just asking this one. So I can set it as X kilometers. So we realize exactly it is what? It is the distance that Violet finished.
Carrie, I think I need to go now. I'll watch
Okay.
the recording.
Okay, no problem. Your mom has told me. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Good luck. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So this X is exactly what? The X is exactly the distance that Violet finished. Correct, everybody? Okay, and then we know the Violet distance is X, and we know the Violet speed is 120. So X over 120 is what? Is exactly the time that Violet spent when they meet Serena. Sorry, Shinshin. Okay, and I want to know Shinshin's speed. Sorry, Shinshin's distance. 好，这个地方就有点怪了，对不对？ So it's not directly, we know that, because Shanshan speed is, distance is 600 plus this part. But this part this time is not directly because it's what? It's 600 minus x. Because this time this is x. So this is what? 600 minus x. So
Carrie.
divided by 180.
Carrie,
Mhm.
can I use the washroom?
Yeah, of course. Okay, so it's x over 120 equals 1,200 minus x over 180. So this one will be a little bit bigger number. So 180x equals 144,000 minus 120x. So 120x, move it there, will be 300x equals 144,000. And I'm going to take away all the zeros. And so basically it's 1,440 divided by 3. So the answer is 480. X equals 480. Shenxin, I think you make some calculation mistakes. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Cynthia, do you understand? Okay, Violet? Okay, so now. Oh, sorry. What am I doing? Okay, so we're going to move for the next styles, okay? 我再出一次吧，好不好？这个题目我再出一遍 ，OK？ 我再出一道这个题。Okay, I'm going to make a little bit different, okay? Every time, it's not going to be the same. So A to B, the distance is 500 kilometers, 500 kilometers, okay? So this time is Carrie and Cynthia. Carrie walks 20 kilometers per hour. That's a normal speed. And Cynthia doing 30 kilometers per hour. Okay, so of course, Cynthia is quicker. So when Cynthia arrived B and she came back to A, okay, and meets Carrie on the way. Okay, so my question is, how many hours later they meet each other? Okay, how many hours they meet each other? "这个应该容易吧？ Okay, very good. Good job, 星星 Good job. 那星星你再做一下。So what is the distance between the meeting point to place B? Okay. What is the distance between the meeting point to B? Okay, 我们来看一下啊。So Carrie is walking 20 kilometers per hour, and Cynthia is walking 30 kilometers per hour. And when they meet, Violet, how many distance they finish together? Cynthia 是绿的，那你前面那道题根本就没懂啊 ，Violet，你没懂你就说没懂，你不要说我懂了。这么简单的问题，我们已经说了很多次了。Cynthia 从这边走到了 B 以后，她又转回去了，对不对？然后我要跟你说多少次，你把声音打开好不好？对啊，那老师问你，Cynthia 是不是一共走了这个绿颜色的部分，对不对？老师走了这个红颜色的部分，对不对？那老师问你，这个绿颜色部分，这个红颜色部分加起来一共多长？你看不出来吗？所以你前面就要想，你不懂的时候你就听着，知道吧？你看 A 到 B 一共是500公里，那你看这个绿的是不是500加一段啊？红的是不是500减一段啊？那所以一共加起来多少啊？Cynthia, can you tell me?
1000.
Very good. Okay, so they all together. 看到没有 ，Violet？看着这一条加起来和下面一条加起来，是不是刚好2倍的 A 到 B 啊？到底明白了没有 ？Do you understand? So you see，这个绿颜色的加上红颜色的和再多出来的这个绿颜色的，是不是加起来刚好是2倍的500呀？这个一个500，这个上面一个500，所以 the total distance we have is 500 times 2 equals 1000 kilometers. Do you understand? Okay, so we learned from the very beginning when we want to calculate two people, they meet. So it is always the total distance divided the sum of their speed. Correct? So the very beginning we learned it. Correct, Violet? Yeah. Where's my thing? Okay, so that's why it's 1000 divided by what, Violet?
50.
Yes, 50, because 20 plus 30 equals 50, right? So 1000 divided by 50 equals what?
20.
Very good, you're right. Get it? When you get the answer, you need to know exactly what's going on. Emma, 是不是知道做错啦？是不是要打屁股啦？啊，前面都对的，然后现在去上了个厕所，把脑子留在那儿了，快去捡回来，快，肯定刚刚上厕所把脑子落在那儿了。Okay, so now I asked Shen to calculate what is the distance here. Very easy. 30 times 20 equals 600, right? And that is a total of the green. And then we know this green is what? Is 500. So what is here? Is 600 minus 500 equals 100 kilometers. Okay, Shen, good job. You get it right. Understand, Cynthia? Understand Violet? OK， 好，我们来看下面一题啊。So now let's move forward to the last one. Okay, so last one will be the hardest one, but not really hardest one. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. So this is A, this is B. Okay, so this time who wants to walk? 这次谁想走路 ？Okay, Emma 和星星。Okay, so Emma and 星星。Okay, so they walk towards each. Okay. So I don't know what happened, but I only know that Emma's distance is 40 kilometers per hour, and Qingqing is 60 kilometers per hour. Okay, and they meet at 40 kilometers away from the midpoint of A and B. Understand? So this 小棋子是 midpoint. Okay? So let me ask you. 那 Emma 跟星星是 meet 在这里呢，还是 meet 在这里？是红颜色的小旗子呢，还是蓝颜色的小旗子？
红颜色的。
为什么是红颜色？
因为我
Because
懂。
对，因为你走的
Emma
Emma
walks
was slower, right? Very good. And who can tell me what is the distance of this one?
40 kilometers.
Very good. That is the 40 kilometers. Understand, everybody? Okay, so everybody, let me think the question, okay? So, I want you to find out what is the distance between A and B. Yeah, I want you to find out the distance from A to B. OK， 我知道题目，让你们想一想啊，我们小朋友说不定已经开始会做了啊。I'm going to help you a little bit with giving you some lines, okay? So this is the distance Emma finished. This is the distance, sorry. This is the distance Xinxin did. Okay, think about it. Distance, time, and speed. Which one is the same for this question?
Time.
Okay, Xinxin has find out. Okay. Everybody 加油啊。我们来看一看。The question is, Emma, and let me ask you, so when you meet Xinxin, do you have the same distance? Do you have the same distance?
What do you mean by that?
Like when you meet Xinxin, the distance you finished the same as Xinxin finished?
No,
No. Did you have the same speed?
no,
But do you have the same time?
yes,
Okay, so if you have the same time, so we can say X hours later, Emma meet Xinxin. Can we do that? Okay, so now can you tell me, Emma, the green one is the distance you finished when you meet Xinxin. So what is the equation?
40 times x. 40
Very good, 40x. Okay, so Xinxin, can you tell me what is the distance you finish when you meet Emma?
I finished 120 kilometers.
Mm,
Oh,
you don't know
when I
that.
meted Emma. Oh,
Yeah,
I
60x.
finished 60x.
Yes, you finished 60x, right? Everybody, do you understand, Violet? Cynthia, do you understand? Okay, so that means you meet, when they meet, because the x hours later, Emma meets Xinxin. So because Emma's speed is 40 kilometers per hour, so that's why the distance is 40x, and this one is 60x. OK，好，现在有一个很重要的问题，星星比 Emma 到底多走多少？How long does Xinxin did more than Emma? OK，
40.
40 kilometers.
Violet 认为是 40。好，那我们来看看啊，the distance Xinxin finished is actually half of the total plus 40. Correct, everybody? Okay, so the distance Emma finished is actually half distance minus 40. Correct? 好，那我问你，星星减去 Emma 是多少？你看啊，这是 half，然后多了40。然后呢，Emma 呢是 half，少了40。
80.
Very good, thank you, Violet. So actually, Emma 比星星少走了80 kilometers, and the total of Xinxin is 60x, and the total of Emma is 40x. Get it? So we have what? 20x equals 80, and x equals what? X
4.
was 4. So that means 4 hours later, they're going to meet each other. So what is the distance in total? Very easy. 40 plus 60 and times what? Times 4. So the answer is 400 kilometers. Understand, Xinxin? So that's just a little bit mistakes, okay? So when we compare something with a thing, 一个人比他多，一个人比他少，那他们两个人的差是什么？ The differences you need to times 2. Get it? 对不对？因为你看，这个是1/2的路程，对吧？星星是多了40，对不对？那这个是1/2的路程，然后 Emma 是少了40。那你看，这个是星星的，蓝色的是星星的，然后红色的是 Emma 呀，红色的是 Emma 的。So you're gonna find out actually 星星比 Emma 这个是蓝色的是星星的，对不对？红色的是 Emma 的。So M 星星比 Emma actually 多了多少？多了80，不是40。Understood, everybody? Okay, so that is a part that sometimes we're starting to make mistakes. Okay, so now I'm going to show you some questions with not me doing the question like that. OK， 好，现在有正式看起来比较正经一点的题目了。OK， 不用老师在那画了。OK。Ping and Dahlia is heading to each other's house. Okay, Ping is walking with a speed of 70 meters per minute, and Dahlia is having the speed of 50 meters per minute. The meeting point is 60 meters away from the midpoint of their houses. What is the distance between Dahlia and Ping? Everybody do that. 做好了吗？ Okay, everybody, so it's the same thing, right? 是不是跟刚才那道题一样的，对不对？小朋友把图画出来啊，一定要把图画出来，图不画出来是很难把题目做出来的。OK， 好，这边是盆盆 ，OK， 这边是大脸 ，OK。So Penpen's speed is 70 and Dahlia's speed is 50， 那肯定是离达利亚家更近一点，对不对？ So this is the middle one, and this is Penpen's distance. And this is Dahlia's distance. Correct, everybody? And this is where they meet. And the distance between these two is 60 meters. Okay, everybody, get it? Okay, so how do we do it? The same thing, we can think Dahlia's and Penpen, when they meet, they both spend X hours. Okay, so Penpen's distance, which is a green one, will be 70x, and Dahlia's will be 50x. And the differences of their distance is actually 60 plus 60. So 20x equals 120, and x equals 60. Oh, sorry, 6, what I'm doing, right? So what is the total distance is 70 plus 50 times 6 equals 120 times 6 equals 720 kilometers. Understand? Okay, so this is also, you can think about it, it's like, we can use another way without the algebra, okay? So think about it, for every single hour, Penpen is doing 20 kilometers more than Dahlia. And when they meet, Penpen totally is having 120 kilometers more than Dahlia. So 120 divided by 20 equals 60 hours. So that means the total 120 kilometers Penpen walk more than Dahlia is based on 6 hours, because every single hour Penpen is doing 20 kilometers more than Dahlia. So that's why that means altogether they walked 6 hours. So 70 plus 50 times 6 equals 720 kilometers. Get it, everybody? Okay, so I think, yeah, so this question is exactly the same as the earlier question, okay? So today's homework, everybody, will be exactly every single question we did in the class. Okay? But if you don't, you can always go back and take a look at the whiteboard like in our class. So we have a video and you can take a look. 老师一共给你们讲了4种不同的 distance 的方法。Okay? So I know this week is hard, 对不对？看起来有点难。但是我觉得小朋友们只要把欣姐
我可以再看一下刚才那道题吗？
可以。这道题吗？
对。
那个做的方法已经没有了，那个你到时候看录像就可以，录像里面都有。OK， 欣姐谢谢。
为啥他们那个 meeting 的那个 point 是 70x 和 50x？
为什么 ？OK， so like you see，一共是不是平平从这边走到这边，对不对？然后 Dahlia 从这边走到这边，对不对？然后他们在这里 meet 了，对吗？ So do you know what is X stands? I said X stands after X hours they meet each other. Okay, so because the ping speed is 70, so that's why the speed is 70 and the time is X, so speed times time equals distance. Understand, Xinxin? So
Yeah.
that's why, so your Dahlia's distance will be 50 times X, so it's 50X. And because they are exactly 6 kilometers away from the midpoint, so that means Ping did half plus 60 and Dahlia did half minus 60. So in total, Ping did 120 more than Ping did 120 more than Dahlia. So where did you get this one is also 70x minus 50x, correct? So then you can find out the thing. Okay, everybody?
Thank you.
So yeah, no problem. So I strongly suggest you take a look at how we get each of the method. Okay, so try to using 2 different methods to do each questions. It's going to help you to understand the question better. Okay, understand everybody? So that's it for today's class. And I strongly suggest you, if you don't understand some part, go back to see the video. Okay, I'm
Carrie,
looking forward to see. Yeah,
where did Serena go?
Serena 有一个比赛。Okay, everybody, that's it. And I wish you have a good, wonderful weekend. Okay, bye-bye.